sit down now. I shan't keep you half as long as what we've done already. I've got a piece of paper I'll put in here. I can't find it one now. Because I can't, my memory's not so good. But I want to start off by saying, I've made it. Don't ask me how, and don't ask me why. Well, I know why, but I've got a lot more things I want to do, actually. And I hope I get the chance to do them. But 80, I think, is a fair old stretch, and I've had, my life's been a bit of a roller coaster, but then everybody has ups and downs, don't they? You know, life is not straightforward all the time. But on one of my days, when I was feeling a bit down, I got a piece of paper, and on the left-hand side, I wrote down all the bad times that I'd had, which amounted to about 10. And on the right-hand side of the paper, I started writing down all the good things that happened to me. And when I got to about 100, I thought, I'm going to give this up, because what the hell am I moaning about? I've had so many nice things happen to me more than bad things. I thank you all for coming today. It was not my idea to have a party, because I am a bit shy. But I must thank Lisa. Where are you, Lisa? I must thank Lisa very much for arranging all this. I hope you've enjoyed the meal and the occasion that we had here, and I do thank my friends for coming in later. As soon as I finish this, you'll have a drink, but I couldn't get up while I was going through all that last lot. Thank you all very much for coming. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate what Lisa's done to organise this today. Lisa, would you like to come up here? I've got a little something for you. It's over there somewhere. Dave, where'd you put it, Dave? We've got today we've got Lisa's husband Marcus there. Marcus is what I put on it. When I first met him, I thought, well, Marcus has got three things in common with me. He loves my daughter, he loves real ale, and he loves Norwich City. You can't go far wrong with those three things. So, and Marcus' mum and dad, Jenny and Roger, they're here too. So I do thank them for coming as well. Terence, where's Terence? Yeah. Those exquisite invitations you got were concocted by himself. He loves working on computers, and he did those for us, and I'm grateful for what he's done. There's a little something for you, Terence, as well. Put the video, you know what I mean. God bless you. Yeah, I mean. We refer to as Tesco Tell. And today, because he's got these three girls, he's left one girl at home. He's got a female cat that he couldn't bring Maisie. But he's got his lovely wife Sarah there, and my two darling granddaughters Ellie and Lucy, who I love to bits. I thank them for coming as well. My side of the family, I've got my brother Dave and Judy, who've come all the way up from Barker Regis. They live down there on the south coast, but then people have got to live somewhere. But as I say, David's been a good brother to me. He withstood the barrage of the 10 double runs that I threw up over him when I just before I left the career. And also, and I'm very pleased to say, that all the way from Nottingham, they've driven to that fog this morning, is my sister June, and Dennis, her husband, my lovely niece, Susan, and David, her boyfriend. Unfortunately, my other niece, Paula, her little girl is not very well, and they couldn't come, but I'm sure we all send our love back to Alex, who's in hospital at the moment. So thank you, Dan, Susan and David for coming all the way down from Nottingham. Right. Louise was here a bit earlier, because I say in life you have a lot of downs, or have some downs. The downs in our family are the people that I've lost, my family, over the years. But it was nice, unfortunately she's gone now, but she was here earlier. It was nice to find about 5 years ago that a niece I thought I'd lost suddenly turned up out of the blue. So I gained a member of the family, which is good for my time of life. She put a new spark back into my life. So her and Grant from Canada were here. On the other side of the coin, I've got my in-laws. Wendy and Michael here, salt of the earth. They've been great support to us, both, especially the last couple of months when June and I have been having health problems. They were there for us, they're always there for us, and they've both persuaded us to invest money in Wetherspoons. Not put money into Wetherspoons, but to buy their curry and beer on a Thursday night. Their two sons, Dan and Darren and Claire, and where's Ron, and the children, young Jack here. Thank you so much, Jack. Give me 5. Jack, and there's Eva £10 over there. We call Eva £10 because the day she was born, we got a text from Wendy saying, Claire's had a little girl, Eva £10. So we've always called her Eva £10. And of course, Denver and Rowan have got Colin now, which is all makes for a very happy family situation. So I'm grateful for them. John, my brother-in-law John and Joe, great support. They're always phoning up to find out how we are. John, they come over for lunch sometimes. I always say, John, I'm glad you come because we don't usually eat lunchtime. My jobs that I had to swap and change about with, when I was on the eve of being 59 years old, I thought, that's my lot. I'm never going to get another job. But out of the blue, Janet Harvey there, put in a word for me, and I got 6 years work at Gerald's, which has continued for about another 17 or 18 years, but I mean, I did. So thank you, Janet, for putting a word in for me and getting me back into work again. You heard from David, and he's spoken up for those two guys. Held my, I had a depression when I was at GMT for about 10 weeks. They held the fort, running a load of old rust bucket lorries, putting the furniture around England. How the hell they ever did it, I don't know.
They'll go on the road now, would they?
They wouldn't get out of the garage now. And their wives, Sylvia and Anne here too as well. Thank you very much for coming. You heard Terence and Lisa say I joined the RAF, or was called in the RAF in 1950, and I finished up serving in a place called Uterson, just outside Hamburg, where the very first day I was there, I met my mucker, Ron Kinder over there, and he and Jan.
Can I just say something, Colin? There's one thing I omitted to tell everybody. National service to some people was a real bore at first. Some just couldn't stand it, couldn't wait to get out. Colin said, oh, I'm here, blow it, I'm going to have the best time I can. And he did.
Yeah, and there's some nightclubs in Hamburg that can prove that, actually. Ron and Jan looked after June when I was in Papworth having my bypass off. Fed her with as much red wine as she could drink, so she could even forget I was even in hospital.
It's not bad.
You heard about our association of RAF people that are stationed out there, and I'm very glad to say Chris Smith, my vice chairman, has come all the way up from Sussex today to be with you. Thank you, Chris, for the... He always rings, usually on a Monday or a Friday, but I think really he wants to talk to June rather than me, because he spends more time on the phone with her. Not so long back, June was swimming and she met Liz at the swimming pool. She came up and says, I've made a new friend out the swimming pool, and she would like you to meet his husband, her husband, And I said, well, I don't know what I want to particularly, because I've heard he's half Welsh and he likes rugby. But Mike is a computer whiz kid, and when I get in trouble with my computer, he's round there like a flash to sort it out for me. So thank you, Liz, and thank you, Mike, for being here today. And of course, you heard about me joining the band, and I'm happy to say that over the years, Pete Oxford there has played with me for a long, long time. He's one of the best clarinet players besides the Sewers. Whittling, I'm not talking about. But he's, again, salt of the earth. Whenever I have a job come up, he's the first guy I ring to see if he's available. Some of my other band people at the back there as well, I do thank them for coming along as well. You heard how I accepted a bet to sing with a jazz band. That's how I started off this career of mine. And the guy who bet me £5 is standing over there, Brian Simmons. I did the job, got the job of singing with the band, and he never paid me the £5 in the end. But I earned much more than that since then, so I'm very grateful for that. Les Goslin, our original trumpet player from the 1950s, was here earlier, but he's had to go home, like the rest of us, to take a lot of tablets. Well, I think that just about sums it all up, except to say I wouldn't have got this far without the help of what I call the merry midget. The best day's work I ever did was getting married to her.
How much did it cost you?
£3, 12 shillings and 6 pence. And I reckon with another 5 years I might get my money's worth. She used to come up to the Lamb Inn where we were playing, and with her friend, who was about 6 foot tall, and I used to call them the long and the short one, Gert and Daisy. And I used to treat her to gin and bitter lemons, I think was the drink at the time. And I used to ask her to come out with me, and she said, I have a boyfriend, I can't come out with you. Well, I never saw this boyfriend, and I said, why don't I see him? She said, because he lives in Kent. I said, well, that ain't much of a relationship. And after a few months of pestering her to go out with me, I backed it up, and I went out with what Kenny Moore used to sing, Louise, Lucille, and Lillette. I remember those kisses so well. And eventually her friend said to me one night, when we down at the Grosvenor, you don't ask June out anymore. I said, no, she doesn't come out with me. She said, well, I think her boyfriend's ditched her, or she ditched him, I don't know which. Try her again tonight. So I asked her if she'd like to come out with me that night. And I remember taking her home in my little Morris Minor, and the first words she said to me were, I can smell petrol. And I said, yes, these things don't run on any warning. And that's the start of our romance. And after about a couple of years of me asking her to get married, I suddenly stopped. And one day she said to me, you never asked about getting married anymore. And I said, oh well, and this is my proposal. Oh well, if you want to, I suppose we better. How romantic can you get? When I'm down and depressed and a bit slow and lethargic, she pushes me to do things. When I get delusions of grandeur and I'm up in the air, she's the one who pulls the plug out and gets me down on the ground. She keeps me on level pace, this woman. But you heard me say we've both been through a health problem this last couple of months, but we've come through the tunnel and we're here. So all I can say to you folks is thank you for coming. Eat, drink and be merry. For tomorrow we start saving up for my 90th birthday. I can't let you go down here without giving you, there's a little something in there which I hope is going to make you feel very well. Alright, so thank you very much for coming, and I stand my duty to look after my friends. You all be looked after here. I'm going to look after my friends.